Hello everyone, I'm Mina Sanchez. I'm back again for another energy reading of the week, and today we're gonna do a little bit of a different format. And I have already pulled the cards from the Work Your Light deck and also from the Osho Zen Tarot. We're gonna do 3 cards for the feminine, divine feminine energy, 3 cards for the divine masculine, and then a couple more for the union. I was already pre-shuffling the cards, and the cards were jumping out, so we already have the 3 of them that we're gonna read. And it looks like there's a theme with a rose, the ever unfolding rose. And you can see here a woman with the chest wide open. A lot of like this idea of space, and it says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So I feel like with this is an invitation for this week to really connect with, I guess, a sense of appreciation and really releasing all control and realizing that everything that's happening in your life, it's actually making you better. So it's like when you have these cracks and upsets and blocks and experiences and challenges that you have in your life, they're actually bringing more love and more light into your world, and also allowing you to see a different side of yourself. Because I feel like we've been hiding. I feel like this is energy of really, I feel personally, my experience this past few weeks is that I am getting out of my own closet. I spent so long in my life trying to figure out who I was, or trying to be somebody else, or changing or not accepting all of myself. And I feel like with this card, this is an invitation to really let our heart light shine and guide everything that we do, without like any fears. Really allow ourselves to have interactions, go out there, get out there in life without having to hide any piece of ourselves, and really a sense of whole acceptance. The second card is a star seed. What lights you up? I feel like that's the same. It's like it's a progression, and you can see there's a woman like looking at the ocean, and there's the universe here, and like a lot of expansion too. Both cards are about expansion and going beyond like what is already known, letting light in more places, in more spaces in our lives. And I feel like this is an invitation is, it's almost like the universe and God. It's like going to a restaurant, like you're sitting there, the waitress or waiter is waiting for your order, and the chef, which is God, the universe, is gonna cook for you. So it's like, what do you want? Like, what is it that really brings you joy? Because, we're waiting to hear what you really want. It's like, make an order. I feel like that's the moment right now to really, as you find out who you are, like, like the, I guess, integral version of yourself. And it's like, what really is that you want to experience? How does it get any better? How does my life get any better? And remember that you need to ask so the universe can respond. There's always this flow of giving and receiving, and the universe is always listening. So instead of focusing on what you don't want, like look at the waiter and waitress and tell them, this is what I want. This is what lights me up. And I love it because the third card is Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. And I don't know if you know this, but the rose is the flower with the highest frequency. So it is referring to ascension. I feel like the feminine is definitely ascending, up leveling. It's like recognizing the ascension more than I am in the process of ascending. Is like, wow, look at all of this that I've accomplished. So this is beautiful. And I like the idea of the sisterhood, because it's also like, I've learned this in my life too, that you can only know yourself so much if you're hiding on a corner in your cave. Like, I have this thing that I guess I spent a lot of time hiding in my cave and trying to figure out, being a Virgo especially, I wanted to figure out things by myself. But I realized that we need people to actually get to know ourselves. And I feel like people will bring us the contrast and also expansion, because, as you get to experience different situations and different feelings, you can get clear on what is it that you want for yourself and what is it that you don't want. So that either helps you, I guess, receive more love in your life, or, get clear on your boundaries, which, I feel like this is also an invitation to get clear on your boundaries. So that's beautiful. And we're moving forward to the Divine Masculine, and we're using the Osho. It's a more masculine deck, I feel like. And this is a very interesting card because it's the projection number 7, and you can see a woman and a man staring at each other, and kind of like there's their shadow. So they might be, I feel like this is also, it goes along with the Divine Feminine card, because it's like, it's through interacting, it's through connecting with your Divine Feminine. And this is always not only for twin flame relationships, but also for us to practice, for our inner union, bringing together both energies, converging both energies internally, and harmonizing them, so we can actually have better relationships with ourselves, with divine, and with everybody around. So I feel like this is really allowing those interactions to not, I feel like this is a converging of like mental and heart too. It's like not being afraid of being triggered or upset, not being afraid of like what people are gonna think, what they're gonna say. It's more like allowing yourselves to experience, life, and get to know the people around you, and again, get clear on who are the people that you want to keep around you, and who are the people that you don't want to keep around. And I feel like with the masculine too, is like there's a very strong energy of purpose with the masculine, and it's like I feel like we're all like collectively getting clear on who are the people that we need to partner up, and in what ways, so we can accomplish our dreams. Because the universe is perfect, God is perfect, and consciousness is actually calling us all to do things that really matter for the greater good. So I feel like this is important for us to allow ourselves to have, I guess, experience more relationships and partnerships. And the more we do that from our divinity, from our grounded authenticity, the better it is for everyone. Oh, wow. So the next card is adventure. So I feel like the Divine Masculine energy is kind of like it's been in the dark for a long time, and it's time to really, even if it's like a little kid, like wobbling and walking and moving forward, they're kind of like not super sure, but I feel like there's this idea of feeling more courageous and willing and able to move forward because of all these connections. Because obviously I feel like with the calling from the heart, from the Divine Feminine, like the feminine energy, to really follow more your heart and be happier, I feel like the Divine Masculine is really feeling like, okay, it's time to really give it a try, knowing that there's going to be an adventure, and not really having like a lot of expectations, but letting ourselves to, be surprised. And this is very beautiful. I feel like there's a lot of expansion and happy expansion there too. So wow, the third card is the Fool. So I feel like the kid, I feel like it's almost like, again, the coming together of feminine, masculine, mental, emotional, the adult and the kid. It's like they're ready, to take the step. Like it's going to be a quantum leap. And yes, it is a little bit, I guess, difficult to take that one step, but as long as you do take it and think about it, where in my life do I need to take a step? Because again, regardless of the twin flame relationship, we all have those energies in our union, so they are applicable for us. They're like mirrors. So where in your life you're feeling called to take a step so we can be better? There's this sense of like, how does it get any better, overall in both sides. And let's see, for the union, I pulled 2 cards from each deck, and I mean, it's lovely because look, I couldn't be more perfect. We're getting harmony and existence. This is like the 10 of Cups card, so it's all about emotional fulfillment, and this is applicable for the union, for the coming together of both parts in a relationship, but also like the inner union. I feel like we're becoming more, I guess, our best friends in many ways, and it's like we're learning how to honor and respect like the 2 different energies, and really finding who we are through that conversion, bringing all pieces together, healing separation, basically, because it's this realization that we're all one, you know, in the union, but also in the larger consciousness. And that gives us a real sense of existence, but not only where we are, like feeling more comfortable where we are, you know, more genuine and more, feeling more genuine and authentic, and knowing that we can have relationship from that space instead of like having to make ourselves small, you know. Like for me, I have been like for a long, I'm feeling this a lot like recently, that it's almost like this sense of like getting out of my own closet that I created for myself for like many reasons since I was a little girl. It's like really getting to know myself, and not only as a human, but, you know, as a divine being, because it creates like this sense of openness and possibilities. And you can see here the two dolphins, and the dolphins are all about, it's a very high frequency animal too. It's all about communication. And I feel like there's been this feeling of harmonization, yeah, and expanding from that place, from the heart, and not in a disassociated way, if that's even a word. But anyways, you the last two cards are these two: break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, and take a break, a life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. So I feel like with these cards, there's both have like the word break in the title, and it's like windows and possibilities, and, you know, there's a lot of like the in and out, internal, external, you know, like kind of like the polarity, the duality. Oh, I love this, I don't know if you can see here, but this room doesn't have a ceiling. It reminds me of that word, the song, a happy, what is it? The happiness exploding through the roof, you know? I don't remember you know what I'm talking about. But I feel like there's this sense of change and breaking patterns, and, you know, doing things differently and living differently. And I feel like that's also very healing, not only for us and who's coming after, but also for, this is like representing all the people who came before us, you know, our parents. They didn't have this sort of a template, or they didn't know how to have this sort of like life relationship with life and with other people. So I feel like this is also calling us to appreciate the fact that, you know, like we don't have to rush, you know. We need to, I feel like, in order to receive more of what we want, we have to appreciate where we are, and give ourselves a break, and just, you know, but instead of like searching, looking, and pursuing things, it's like, wait, look around and see, kind of like a video game, what are the resources that I have here in order to, you know, make at least one move? Like, how can I make this a real adventure, and, you know, make the most with what I already have? And that gratitude, that energy is going to open up like space in your life for even more growth and expansion, but in a much more grounded way. And I guess, yeah, rewriting the future, you know, I feel like that's what we are doing. And I feel like it's very important. A lot of people don't realize that the twin flame journey, it is a spiritual ascension path, and where the whole point of is really learning how to have a romantic relationship with life, with love, with God. And so we can, you know, align with the divine version of ourselves, and really receive what comes from that. Like really it's kind of like realizing, because it's not even something that we have to pursue, it's our birthright. Like realizing that our heaven on earth is a given, and we already have that. But in order to I guess realize it, we need to learn how to have a better relationship with ourselves and with other people through our divinity. And when we do that, when we recognize our divinity, we can see that in others, and that brings us all together. So that's a beautiful reading. As you know, I actually have good news. I'm about to get certified as an ascension coach in the spiritual ascension journey, which means that you're vibrating into the better, not better, but the more aligned version of yourself. You're aligning with the version of God and the universe has for you. So if you, very soon you're going to be able to claim my support as an Ascension coach, but know that there's many resources on the Twin Flames universe, classes, courses, and also many other fantastic coaches that can help you, because you don't have to do it alone. Don't be afraid of the triggers, and know that we're all doing this together. We're collectively ascending, because every time one of us heals, everybody heals. So thank you so much for watching today. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.